I've lived my life in the garden for many years. Allah has permitted me to live in His garden. If I start telling people about that, I'm going to get in trouble. So I'm not going to tell you about that. I'm just a humble servant of Allah and the dust beneath the feet of the Prophet ﷺ. So if I could be that, if I could be near to the dust beneath, and those people who are beneath it, Allah would be happy. Understand? You have to know when to speak and when to shut up. So both in Shiism and Sunnism, alhamdulillah, a way has been provided for people to live like that. So you don't run into the trouble, otherwise they'll kill you. The way they killed Al-Halaj, the way they killed Surawadi, the way they killed people, blowing them up, destroying them, throwing acid, whatever they do. All of these things. So, I'm at the end of my time. I will tell you a song that Bob Dylan said. He said, "You don't really know what's going on, do you, Mr. Jones? Do you? You don't know what's going on. What happened to the black suitcase in the middle of the dark staircase? You don't know what's going on, Mr. Jones. Where did it go? Where did he go?" And suddenly Mr. Jones is gone. So take a good look, people, at what's going on. Oppression and servitude, know this, deprive a human being of all freedom. All are prisons in which tyranny and terror grow and devour us in the will and the desire of us to grow spiritually. Oppression and servitude deprive people of all sense of higher purpose, and they rob us of our free will. This is the reality of the situation. Al-Hussein, alayhi-s-salaam, said, "It's better to die on your feet than live on your knees." The Prophet ﷺ said, "There will come a time," after he said, "Aina tadhabun ya Muslimun," where are you going, you Muslims? There will come a time for my people when there will be nothing left of the Quran except its outward form. There will be nothing left of Islam but its name. And those people who call themselves by it will be the furthest from it. And the masajid will be filled with people, and they will be empty of right guidance. And the fuqaha of that day will be the most evil religious leaders under the heavens. Sedition and dissension will go out from them and come back to them. I tell you, Islam began as something strange, and it will return again as something strange. So give good news to the strangers. And they asked him, "Ya Rasulullah, who are the strangers? Who are the ghuraba?" He said, "Those people who correct the sunnah when the people become corrupt. The strangers are the Muslims who love one another for Allah, who love the deen more than they love their own race, who love the deen more than they love their tribe, who love the deen more than they love the country they came from. They love the deen more than any superficial bond. The strangers are not those people who only say they believe, who put on some kind of Islamic dress, who grow things from their chin, or put things on top of their heads, who have Islamic sounding names, call themselves Muslims." No. Because he says those people who call themselves it will be the furthest away from it. He says the ghuraba are the holy, free, ecstatic Muslims who tasted the honey, who are drunk on the sea of sweetness, and who will revive the sunnah and its deen al-haq. And you notice he says, "Deen al-haq liyudhiruhu ala deen kulli." He didn't say adeen al-Islam. And I said to you in the beginning, we are living in the time of al-Mahdi alayhi-s-salaam. We may not be seeing him here now, but when we see these things happening, when we see these leaders fall, when we know that what he is saying, that there's nothing left of it but its name, we know what we see to be true. Look at that clock tower behind the Kaaba in Mecca, and you know what you're seeing, you know what the time is, you know when it is, you know when we're living, you know what's going on, or else you say you don't know what's going on, Mr. Jones. And that's why you don't see the black suitcase on the dark staircase, and it's gone, because you can't see it. It's gone. Except for those who tasted that honey, who drank that water, and who are free, and who believe what Allah says. وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَكَ إِلَّا رَحْمَةً لِلْعَالَمِينَ, and you act on the basis of mercy. Those are the people who will revive the Sunnah. مَا أَرْسَلْنَكَ إِلَّا رَحْمَةً لِلْعَالَمِينَ وَالسَّلَامُ عَلَيْكُمْ. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل البيت الكرام وأصحابه المخلصين وتابعين ليوم الدين. أولياء الله الصالحين وعلماء المتقين والشهداء المطهرين والجامع وشيخنا وربنا مرشدنا إلى الله تعالى بسر الفاتحة. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون سلام على المرسلين الحمد لله.